Good morning to everyone. Welcome to science class. So for today's learning objectives, we have differentiate dilute solution and concentrated solution, give some example of dilute and concentrated solution, calculate the percent by mass and volume of a solute or solution, and cite some safety precaution in handling chemicals. So let's start with the definition of dilute solution. So what is dilute solution? So it says here that dilute solution is one in which there is a relative small amount of solute dissolved in a given amount of solution. So as you can see here in the illustration, we have less amount of solute being dissolved in the water. So meaning to say, since natunaw lahat yung ating solute inside the water, that is considered as diluted solution. Okay, so the solvent can able to dissolve all the solute within the water because it contains less amount. Okay, next we have concentrated solution. So when we talk about concentrated solution, it is one that has relatively large amount of dissolved solute. So as you can see, we have a lot of solute here and we place it within a certain amount of water. So when the solute is being dissolved, when the this amount of solute is being dissolved in the water, it can be in a form of unsaturated or saturated solution. So magiging concentrated solution po siya. Okay? So as you can see, so again, meron tayo ditong greater amount of solute or large amount of solute being added within the solution. So that is what we so-called concentrated solution. Okay? So now which is concentrated and which is dilute. So here, in the first picture, meron tayong 40% solution of isopropyl alcohol. So let's say itong alcohol na to is 500 ml. So lahat ng nasa bottle na to is 500 ml and yung pinaka isopropyl alcohol lang niya is 40%. Then yung kabila naman, we have, sabihin nating parehas sila, this is another 500 ml. So lahat dito is 500 ml. Then yung 70% na makikita nyo solution dito, ito yung merong isopropyl alcohol. So therefore, which is concentrated and which is dilute. So the diluted solution is yung 40% solution. And the concentrated solution is yung 70% solution. So, ibig sabihin lang yan, yung 40% solution na yan, 40% of isopropyl alcohol ang meron lang dito sa loob ng 500 ml of alcohol solution na meron tayo. So, the remaining 60% are the other substances like water or other chemicals. Then dito naman, 70% dito ng solution, ibig sabihin yan, meron tayong 70% of alcohol solute or isopropyl solute and the remaining 30% will be the water and other substances. So, ano yung pagkakaiba nila? Pinagkaiba nila is the amount of solute. So, ito yung concentrated, mas madaming solute. Yung dilute solution, mas konti yung kanyang dilute solution. In terms of the flammability, so, kapag ginawa nyo sa bahay, although hindi ko sinasuggest na gawin nyo sa bahay, when we place or when we soak paper to this 40% solution and we soak another paper for the 70% solution of isopropyl alcohol, pag sila ay siniliban natin, mas mabilis mag-flame ang may 70% solution of isopropyl alcohol compared to 40% solution of isopropyl alcohol. Why? Kasi this 70% is more concentrated. Mas madami siyang isopropyl alcohol which is very flammable. Okay? Flammable sa substances. Kaya nga lagi may mga warning dito sinasabi for external use only. May mga warning din that keep away from the fire kasi nga this alcohol substances is flammable. And the more it is concentrated, the more faster it become flammable. So, ganun lang po yun. Next, we have this picture. We have the hydrochloric acid. Okay, so hydrochloric acid contains 37% of hydrochloric acid within this container. So what so ano ba siya? Is it concentrated solution or diluted solution? So since makikita nyo dito 37% of hydrochloric acid, therefore it is dilute solution. Always remember 50 below and 51 above. 50 below is dilute and 51 above is concentrated. Therefore, hydrochloric acid is 37%, therefore it is a dilute solution. Next, we have the liquid sosa. So, we have 48.50% of sodium hydroxide or what we so-called liquid sosa. So, is it concentrated or dilute? So, nakalagay na dito that is dilute solution kasi meron tayong 48.50%. And again, sabi ko nga less than 50 is considered as dilute solution. Okay? So, how can we determine the exact amount of solute or solvent in a certain solution? Okay? So, always remember a certain chemist or scientist, when they mix a certain chemicals, they always measure it. Kasi it will affect to the beneficiary of that chemical as well. So, for example, yung alcohol natin, di ba, meron tayong 70% alcohol solution. So, bakit hindi pwedeng gawing 100%? Kasi nga, the more concentrated it is, mas matapang ito. Okay, that it can cause burn or sting in our skin. Okay, so always remember, our body is very sensitive with the different chemicals. Kaya mini-measure yon ng mga scientists or chemists para maging maayos or maging stable sa ating katawan. Lalong-lalo na doon sa mga ginagamit nating beauty products, mga sabon, etc. etc. So, they always measure it in order for us to become safe. Okay? At lagi din nilang nilalagyan ng label ang mga chemicals na yon in order for us to know that if a certain chemical is safe to use or not. Okay, so how can we determine the exact amount of solute? The amount of solute and solvent in a solution. So, meron tayong two formulas. So, these formulas is always being used. So, first formula is percent by mass, that is equal to mass of solute divided by mass of solution times 100, and the another formula is percent by volume is equal to volume of solute divided by volume of solution times 100. They have the same formula, but the only difference is the mass as well as the volume. So always remember, when we talk about mass, this one, ang laging unit na makikita natin is kilogram or gram. Okay? And when we talk about volume, ang mga unit na makikita natin is either milliliter or liter. So, mga symbol lang yung nilagay ko ha. Or it can be centimeter cube or meter cube. So, kapag ayan ang mga nakita ninyo, that means that you need to use volume. Pag may nakita kayong kilogram or gram, you need to use percent by mass. Okay? So, what is percent by volume? So, when we talk about percent by volume, this is the amount of solute in a given volume of solution expressed in gram solute per 100 ml of solution. So, when we mix a certain liquid substances in another liquid substances, therefore we will come up to a liquid solution. So, that is in a calculation of percent by volume, or if we add a certain substances, solid substances that dissolve in a certain liquid, it will also come up to a percent by volume. Then sa percent by mass naman, when a certain solid substances dissolve in another solid substances, that is a computation for percent by volume. Okay po. So, these are the metric system for the exact equivalent for the mass and the volume units. So, how will we, meron tayong tinatawag na format in solving a problem. So, these are the format. Ang acronym niya is GUFSA. Okay? G for given. So, when we talk about given, determines the given of the data. So, ayan yung symbol, numeric, as well as yung unit na tinatawag natin. As well as yung kanyang quantity or yung na meron yung a certain problem solving na meron tayo. Then next, we have unknown, what is being asked in the problem. So, makikita natin yan dun sa question or problem solving. And yung formula, ang always remember, ang pagpo-formulate ng formula ay depende sa unit. Kung anong merong given na unit, ay yun yung gagamitin natin in order to formulate a certain formula. Next, we have the solution, the actual computations, okay, and the final answer. So, let's proceed with the problem solving. So, number 1 is a 15 gram of sodium chloride was dissolved in 225 gram of water. What is percent by mass of sodium chloride in the solution? Okay, so first, let's determine the given. So, the given here is 15 gram of sodium chloride. Nasa problem yan. So, this is the 15 gram of sodium chloride and also 225 grams of water. So, ito po yan. So, now, you need to determine if the given is solute, solvent, or solution. So, since, sabi natin, sodium chloride was dissolved, so, natunaw daw, therefore, siya ay solute. Okay, then yung water, since yung water, this is a universal solvent, therefore, siya ay solvent. Then, tapos na tayo dito. Sa unknown naman tayo. Pag sinabi nating unknown, hinahanap. So, sabi dito sa problem, what is the percent by mass of sodium chloride in the solution? So, therefore, ang unknown natin is percent by mass of sodium chloride. And since percent by mass ito, yung unknown, ang gagamitin nating formula is percent by mass also. So, the formula is percent by mass is equal to mass of solute divided by mass of solution times 100. Inuulit ko, mass of solute divided by mass of solution times 100. So, you need to place all the given in the formula that we have. So, ang magiging itsura niyan is ganito. Percent by mass is equal to 15 gram of sodium chloride. 15 gram, that is the mass of solute, divided by mass of solution. Again, bakit siya naging 225 gram plus water, 225 gram of water plus 15 gram of sodium chloride? Always remember, solution po, ang solution is always combination of solute and solvent. Okay? So, dapat ipagpa-plus natin siya para magkaroon tayo ng solution, which is, ang sabi dito, mass of solute ang hinahanap. So, na-determine na natin yung solute, which is 15 grams of sodium chloride, and also, we also determine the solvent, which is 225 gram of water. So, therefore, ipag-add na lang natin sila. So, we have 225 plus 15 gram, that is 240. So, this is equal to 240. Okay, so 240 times 240. Okay, gram of water, solution, salt solution. 240 gram of salt solution. Okay, then proceed tayo sa ating mathematical equation. So, una muna, divide muna natin yung 15 gram divided by 240. That is equal to 0.0625. Okay? So, we divide 15 gram of 15 gram of sodium chloride to 240. That is equal to 0.0625. Then, natira yung ating 100%. So, ibaba natin yan times 100%. And the answer is times 100%, the answer is 6.25. 6.25%. Okay, so meaning to say, yung 6.25% na yan ay nasa loob ng 240 grams of salt solution. Okay po. So, ang salt solution lang natin, ang percentage lang niya is 6.25%. Then, pag gusto natin kunin yung percentage ng water, which is the solvent, i-minus lang natin sa 100 since 6.25 minus 100, that is equal to 93.75%. This is the value for water. So I hope you already understand the way of computing the percent by mass. Okay? Next problem is a volume of 80.0 ml of ethanol is diluted in 250 ml of alcohol solution. Find the percent by volume. So again, we need to determine the given. So ang given natin is 80.0 ml of ethanol. Ito po yan. So, that is solute kasi nasabi niya diluted na tuna, kaya we consider it as solute. Then, we have 250 ml of alcohol solution. So, since solution na yan, therefore, solution na yung nandito. So, ang unknown natin is percent by volume of ethanol. Since ang problem dito, find the percent by volume of ethanol. And the formula, since percent by volume ang hinahanap natin, syempre ang formula natin is percent by volume also. So the formula being used is percent by volume is equal to volume of solute divided by volume of solution times 100. So now let's distribute all the given in the formula that we have. So meron tayong percent by volume is equal to 80.0 ml, that is volume of solute, divided by 200 ml of alcohol solution, that is volume of solution. So, napansin ninyo, wala na tayong pinag-plus dito kasi nasa given na natin is exact solution na po ang meron tayo sa given. Ang hinahanap natin volume of solution na, therefore, ito na yung 250 since naka-solution na siya. Okay? Then, times 100. So, we need to divide first 80.0 ml divided by 250 ml, that is equal to 0.32, then times 100%. Okay? So, times 100 lang natin, the answer is 32. Okay? The answer is 32%. Okay po. So, this will be the answer for this one. So, 32% of ethanol. So, ibig sabihin itong 32% of ethanol, sa 200 ml of alcohol solution, meron tayong 32% of ethanol within the 200 ml of alcohol solution. So, I hope naintindihan po yan. Okay? So, next is we have another problem. The mass of chlorine solution is 120 gram. It contains 20 gram of chlorine. What will be the percent by mass of chlorine in a given solution? Okay. So, ang sabi dito, given. Nahanap natin yung given. So, 20 gram of chlorine, that is solute. Okay. Solute lang po siya. Then, we have 120 gram of chlorine solution. We considered it as solution since ang nasa name na niya is solution. Then, ang unknown natin is percent by mass of chlorine. So, we have what it will be the percent by mass. Nasa problem natin. So, since percent by mass ang meron sa chlorine, ang ating formula is percent by mass is equal to mass of solute divided by mass of solution times 100. So, ang ating solution is percent by mass is equal to 20 gram of chlorine. Percent by mass is equal to 20 gram of chlorine. That is mass of solute divided by, since naka-solution na siya, therefore, ang susulat na lang natin is 120 gram of chlorine solution. That is the mass of solution. Then, times 100. So, again, divide first before multiply. So, we have 20 divided by 120. That is equal to 0.166666 and so on and so on. Then, times 100%. So, times 100%, that is equal to 16.5 6,666. So, let's say we have four significant figures. So, ang sagot natin is 16.67. Okay po. Percent of chlorine. So, ibig sabihin yan, 16.67% of chlorine ang nasa loob ng 120 gram of chlorine solution. So, I hope you already understand the topic that we have. So, I have here the question. So, you can pause this video and answer it on your own. Then, to find the answer, just place the video. Okay, so this is the given, this is the unknown, this is the formula, and this is the solution. And the final answer is 16.67% of ethanol. Okay. So, again, let's differentiate dilute to concentrated solution. So, when we talk about dilute, medyo faded ang color niya, pero concentrated, that is more darker or strong color niya. Since it contains lots of solute. Depends on the characteristic of solute as well. Then, in terms of amount of solute, ang dilute solution po is less amount of solute, while concentrated solution has more amount of solute. Questions? Okay, thank you so much. If there will be no question at all. So, meron akong question dito. So, ang sabi dito is, how do the right way of handling acids, or paano ba tayo gumagamit, or paano ba natin hinahawakan ng maayos yung mga acids at mga chemical composition na meron tayo sa bahay natin. So, a while ago, you already determined that there are lots of chemicals that we can use inside of our house. Okay, for example, one of the example of the chemical is yung alcohol. Then yung muriatic acid, that is strong acid or hydrochloric acid, as well as yung liquid sosa. So, yung hydrochloric acid, ginagamit natin siya to clean the bowl, as well as yung mga tiles na meron tayo para mawala lahat ng mga stains. Hydrochloric acid is also known as muriatic acid. Then, yung liquid sosa, ginagamit natin siya in order to dissolve or all the solidify particles na nasa loob ng mga tubo na meron tayo. Okay? For example, mga namuong fats or namuong mga other substances sa loob ng tubo. So, ginagamit natin yun para matunaw. So, paano natin siya i-handle? Okay? So, always remember those chemicals are hazardous material. Okay? Kaya meron tayong tinatawag na safety guides. So, meron tayong mga symbol na you need to be familiarized. So, the first one is flammable. Okay? So, therefore, pag flammable siya, lagi nating isegregate ng storage. So, bakit kailangan isegregate ng storage? Para kapag biglang lumiyab yung isang flammable na chemical, hindi madadama yung other chemicals at yung mismong bahay natin. So, sa ibang bansa, nilalagay nila ito sa garage, lahat ng mga flammable material. Garage or garahe in Tagalog. Next, corrosive. Pag sinabi natin corrosive, nakakalapnos ng balat. So, dapat ini-store natin siya away from the flammable material. Kasi, pag ito ay nag-leak, automatic, pwedeng mag-build ng fire kasi magre-react siya. And also, it is also hazardous in our health. Pag sinabi natin hazardous in our health, yung amoy pa lang niya, pwedeng, let's say, pag nalanghap natin siya, pwedeng magkaroon ng reaction yung katawan natin. Let's say, magkaroon ng allergy, or masuffocate tayo, o kaya naman ma-burn, matunaw yung mga buto na meron tayo sa loob ng ilong natin kapag yan ay nalanghap o malapnos yung ating mga balat. And also, when we talk about reactive, madali silang mag-react into other substances, and also health hazard, toxic. Okay, so this is not swallowable. So, hindi yan pwedeng kainin, yung mga chemicals na yan. Pag yan ay kinain nyo, deads agad kayo. And non-hazardous, may mga non-hazardous naman. Okay? So again, we will, kapag gumagamit tayo ng mga gantong uri ng chemicals na may mga ganyang mga symbol, always use the PPEs. Okay? So may goggles, meron tayong gloves, meron tayong safety cloths and safety shoes na ginagamit natin para hindi ma-expose yung katawan natin. If there are leaks or there are any accident, ay medyo hindi ganun kasama yung mangyayari sa katawan natin. So, in general safety precaution, we have number 1, chemical brought in the store are as per MSD submitted. So, kailangan lahat ng mga chemicals na binibili natin ay approved by a certain government institution. Okay? So, sabi ko nga, minimeasure ng bawat chemist ang mga chemical composition within that chemicals, inside the chemicals. Okay? So, next is storage area has been cordoned off with warning signs and display. So, always remember, laging may label ang lahat ng mga storage area, okay, for a particular chemical. So for example, kapag flammable, lagyan natin ng may flammable, o kaya corrosive, lagyan lang natin ng mga gantong sign para malaman ng mga gagamit o magbubukas ay flammable to, ay corrosive to. Okay? At hindi na sila maaksidente. Then next, chemicals are stored in a well-ventilated area. So again, when we say well-ventilated area, yung area na nakapasok ang hangin, hindi kulob, at hindi tumataas ang temperatura. Kasi again, pag tumaas ang temperatura, tataas ang pressure, at possible na pwedeng sumabog yung ating mga chemical bottles. Okay? So, therefore, dapat nasa cool and dry places siya. So, it should be in a normal temperature, which is 37 or 36 degrees Celsius. That is a normal temperature, room temperature na meron tayo. Next, let's ensure the suitable fire extinguisher are provided at the store. So, if meron tayong mga nakastore na mga gantong uri ng chemical which are flammable, corrosive, and reactive, make sure na meron kayong mga fire extinguisher sa bahay ninyo, or kaya naman nasa medyo labas siya na bahay at hindi siya sa looban. So sabi ko nga, you can place it in the garage o sa garahe ninyo na open space naman. 'Di ba? Lagyan niyo lang ng konting cabinet. And also, sabi dito, while handling chemical, follow strictly work practice and procedure. Okay? So, hindi dapat ito nilalagay malapit sa mga bata. So, you should put it away from the kids. Kasi alam naman natin yung mga bata, they will swallow the food. They can swallow the food, okay? I mean, they can swallow everything. Kaya dapat nilalayo natin sa mga bata. And always remember, all spillage are immediately cleaned up and the place in render safe before commencing work. So lahat daw, kung ginamit natin to, lahat ng mga natapon ay dapat linisin agad. And kung ginamit natin ito, dapat maayos yung pagkakatakip natin sa kanyang takip para hindi siya mag-spill. Okay? At hindi tayo magkaroon ng aksidente inside the house. So, I hope you already understand the topic that we have for today. So, again, always do all your activities. So, I will post the activity in your Google Classroom. And also, yung mga kulang ninyong activity, pakigawa po. Okay? Kasi kailangan yon dahil computation na po for first quarter. I hope you understand this one. So, kung hindi ninyo naintindihan yung computation, you are freely to watch this video. Naka-video siya. At bago nyo sagutan yung activity, panoorin nyo muna ulit. Just to understand well the topic that we have for today. Kasi limited lang naman yung time natin. Okay, goodbye everyone. So I hope this topic can help you to answer the activity given by me in your Google Classroom. Thank you so much and God bless.